When you're talking Ford, you're talking Coons.
Good morning, America. This morning, Tom Price resigns. The Health and Human Services Secretary stepping down under pressure over his chartered flights on the taxpayer dime.
He's a good man, but I'm disappointed.
Now the other cabinet secretaries coming under scrutiny.
Suffering in Puerto Rico, the growing crisis, cargo containers filled with supplies just sitting at port. Residents struggling to get fuel.
You don't know when somebody's going to pull out a gun and they're going to shoot you for gas.
Gas lines hours long.
Here we are, car 120.
Dangerous treks for food and water. As the White House faces criticism, the federal response is falling short.
New video, look at this. The night Seattle Seahawks star Michael Bennett had a confrontation with cops at a casino in Las Vegas. Police insisting there was no excessive force or any racial profiling. Does this video back them up?
And where will he go? O.J. Simpson's parole just days away.
Thank you.
Reportedly eyeing Florida to call home. Why the Attorney General does not want him coming to her state. But can the state squeeze O.J. out?
Live from ABC News in New York, this is Good Morning America.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Let's get right to our top story. The twin crises facing President Donald Trump on this Saturday morning.
Overnight, the president asked for and received the resignation of his Health and Human Services Secretary, Tom Price, after intense scrutiny over the hundreds of thousands of taxpayer dollars spent on pricey charter flights.
More cabinet members coming under fire for costly travel expenses. Now the head of the Veterans Affairs Department, David Shulkin, facing hard questions.
In the meantime, President Trump taking heat over his response to Hurricane Maria as Puerto Rico continues to struggle to get critical aid to its people.
After one administration official called the relief effort a good news story, the mayor of San Juan called it a people are dying story.
Yeah, we have team coverage this morning. We're going to get to Puerto Rico in just a moment, but we do start with ABC's David Wright in Branchburg, New Jersey, near the president's golf course for us this morning. David, following the latest Trump administration exit, good morning to you.
Good morning, Paula and Dan. The high-flying cabinet secretary is now permanently grounded. The president was not too happy with Tom Price's frequent flyer status. The question now, has a precedent been set? This morning, Secretary Tom Price's wings are clipped. Scenic snapshots like these overlooking Lake Geneva didn't exactly endear him to his colleagues at Health and Human Services, whose budgets he was proposing to slash. Price had flown to Europe on official business with his wife aboard a plush Gulfstream 5 operated by the U.S. military, one of dozens of chartered trips that cost the taxpayers more than $1 million and ultimately cost Price his job.
I'm disappointed in him, but he's a good man, but I'm disappointed.
So Trump's budget director fired off this memo reminding agency heads they should recognize we are public servants. Any penny we spend comes from the taxpayers. Price is the highest-ranking Trump official to turn in his badge, but he's not alone in his taste for lavish travel.
Clearly, that we weren't sensitive to the taxpayer on these instances, which is why I've taken the actions that I've taken.
At least 5 Trump cabinet secretaries have come under scrutiny, among them Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin. In September, he and his wife flew a government Gulfstream to Kentucky to visit Fort Knox, a trip that also happened to coincide with the total solar eclipse. Veterans Affairs Secretary David Shulkin and his wife flew a government jet to London, where, according to the Washington Post, they took time out for some sightseeing and even scored tickets to Wimbledon. In the wake of the Price scandal, the White House is now going to require that all chartered flights for executive branch officials who don't have a plane assigned to them will have to be approved in advance by the Chief of Staff.
But David, let's just talk about the series of departures. Run down the list for us, because this is just the latest in a number of high-profile exits from the Trump administration.
The revolving door has been spinning, Dan. At least 20 top officials have either been fired or resigned. Among them, just recently, 6 top officials: Tom Price, Steve Bannon, Anthony Scaramucci, Reince Priebus, Sean Spicer, and of course, General Michael Flynn.
That is a large and possibly growing list. David, thanks for your reporting from Branchburg, New Jersey this morning. And now to the other crisis facing President Trump this morning. He's defending the relief effort in Puerto Rico as one administration official comes under fire for calling the response a, quote, good news story.
However, the 3-star general sent to Puerto Rico by the administration to oversee relief efforts says more help is needed. ABC's Gloria Rivera is in Washington, D.C., covering the story. Gloria, good morning to you.
Good morning to you, Dan. That's right. There are more than 4,600 military personnel in Puerto Rico now. The Defense Department says they will send more as the White House pushes back against mounting criticism. It failed to grasp the severity of the storm and mobilize relief efforts on the scale they were needed.
This morning, the president and his team in charge of helping Puerto Rico are fighting criticism that the federal response is falling short and out of touch amidst new calls for help.
This is not a response that's demonstrative of our power and our wealth. And I'm tired of the president always talking about how much it's going to cost. It's costing lives.
Criticism erupting when acting Homeland Security Secretary Elaine Duke made this claim on Thursday.
I am very satisfied. It is really a good news story in terms of our ability to reach people and the limited number of deaths that have taken place in such a devastating hurricane.
The backlash playing out live on national television.
This is not a good news story. This is a people are dying story.
Duke in Puerto Rico on Friday backed off, saying the situation is not satisfactory, but
we are getting there.
At the White House, ABC's John Carl pressed the president for clarity.
Was Elaine Duke wrong to say that Puerto Rico was a good news story?
Well, I haven't heard what she said. I can tell you this. We have done an incredible job, considering there's absolutely nothing to work with.
And now reports of a disconnect in the administration's response to Hurricane Maria. The storm making landfall on Wednesday, September 20th. President Trump issuing an emergency declaration. The president leaving for his golf course in Bedminster the next day. The Washington Post citing a senior administration official saying Trump spoke briefly to Duke about Puerto Rico on Friday, but not again until Tuesday after seeing images of the vast devastation across the island. During that time, the president turning his attention to the NFL and the national anthem protests, the fight over health care, and rising tensions with North Korea.
The president today will be taking calls with the governor of Puerto Rico, the commissioner there, or other officials. Trump will also travel to Puerto Rico on Tuesday. That is almost 2 weeks after the hurricane hit. Dan, Paula.
Gloria Rivera, thank you. Let's get a report from the ground in Puerto Rico, where the situation in many areas is dire.
Yes, some towns are completely unreachable because bridges and roads have been washed away. ABC's Alex Perez takes a look at the struggle to get aid where it is needed most. Alex, good morning to you.
Hey, good morning, Paula. Supplies, goods, gas, those things are arriving here, but the big problem is distribution. The longer it takes, the more dangerous it becomes for people. This morning, the desperate race to distribute supplies in Puerto Rico far from over. 4,600 U.S. troops now on the ground. 3-star General Jeffrey Buchanan leading efforts to help residents.
You've suffered a tremendous devastation, and we are there with you. This recovery is going to take a very long time.
FEMA already distributing more than 700 relief loads, including 1.3 million meals. Some 10,000 commercial cargo containers filled with supplies sitting at port. The hurdle, very few drivers to get them moving, and diesel fuel trickling in, slowing down distribution.
There's no way that we can move this cargo without trucks, and there's no way that trucks can move this cargo without diesel.
10 days after the hurricane, with gas and generator robberies rising, residents still struggling to get fuel.
It's desperation and it's emotional. It is about survival. You don't know when somebody's going to pull out a gun and they're going to shoot you for gas.
So some people here have told me they've been in line for up to 4 hours to get gas. We want to see just how many cars are waiting in line. We're going to start here at the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is number 50. Here we are, car 120. This line just keeps going and going and going. For hard-hit rural areas, the recovery even tougher. In Morovis, families forced to make a white-knuckle trek across water after a bridge collapsed with only a wire to hold on to. So altogether now, some 10,000 federal, military, and civilian personnel now on the ground here trying to get help to people. Paula, Dan?
Yeah, thanks, Alex, for your reporting. And those lines for gas are just unbelievable. Alex, thanks for your reporting. We want to bring in Rob Marciano, who was in Puerto Rico when the storm hit. And Rob, you witnessed the storm firsthand in the aftermath. So much devastation from Irma and Maria, and now we're hearing another weather front is moving in?
Well, it's not a hurricane, but we've got a tropical wave that's moving in. So the next 2 days, we've got heavier rain that's going to be hitting this area, so flash flood watch is up. You know, the radar in Puerto Rico was blown away, literally, by Maria. So they're going to have a hard time actually tracking some of these storms as they come through in the next 2 days.
Based on your experience, why is it so hard to get supplies out to people who need it desperately right now?
Well, I mean, you saw in Alex's report there, the containers in the port are commercial, so the private sector, they need to get their drivers, diesel, and trucks very in short supply. FEMA can only pre-position so much for an island before a storm, but still after a week, in my opinion, it's still way too slow. I mean, you need heavy equipment, you need heavy fuel trucks. That is a military operation. Now, after seeing our report, you know, we all want to help. This is the CEO of Invicta. He saw a report about this nursing home in need. He loaded up his corporate jet and delivered some much needed supplies there, but it still took a week just to get clearance at the airport. I mean, the airport is barely operational, and you know, the scope of this is remarkable. The entire island really affected by this, not just power, but running water. You've got sanitation issues, and a lot of people literally on a daily basis foraging for food. So at the moment, we hope this improves this week, but at the moment, this is a desperate situation, the likes of which the U.S. really has never seen in the modern history.
And let me just pick up on that point, because it's important to remember these are American citizens, our fellow citizens.
3.5 million
suffering. Yep.
Thank you very much, Rob.
Rob, thank you. For more on all of this, let's bring in ABC News political consultant Matthew Dowd, who's in Austin, Texas. Matt, good morning. The president, as you know, has been taking a lot of heat for the relief effort. But is it really fair? Did he actually drop the ball here?
Well, like a quarterback, you're only as good as your last game. For a president, you're only as good as how you handle the last crisis. And as we talked about before, he handled Irma well, he handled Harvey well. He has not handled this well. And it's reflected, you could see, he had a bump up in his poll numbers in the aftermath of those and how he handled it. He's had a drop in the last week in his poll numbers in the aftermath of this. He has not handled it well. In many respects, this has become his Katrina like it was for Bush.
And we, as Gloria reported just a little bit ago, the president will be visiting Puerto Rico on Tuesday, roughly 2 weeks after Maria touched down there. Is this a chance for a fresh start?
I think it's problematic at this point. I remember full well, having been involved in it, when George W. Bush tried to respond after his bad handling of Katrina in the beginning and then go there a number of times. Once it sinks in, it's really problematic for the president. My guess is he'll go there, he'll speak compassionately, but it's not going to help him politically.
Let's switch gears now and talk about the now former HHS Secretary Tom Price and those expensive flights. Did the president, after all of those drain the swamps cheers, have no choice but to let him go?
Well, he had no choice ultimately, but the problem is there's a lot of other fish caught in this net of jets, and that's very problematic. He's let him go in this, but I think ultimately Tom Price's problem wasn't the planes. It was that healthcare failed, and it was supposed to be his part of this. But it's very problematic for the rest of his presidency. And also, ultimately, patient zero in this is the president. The president obviously has to set a tone in how he handles this and how he handles his expenses.
And Matt, you mentioned all the other fish in the nets. We're hearing more about the administration officials and their travel. But the White House this week, I want to read these stats. They released stats saying that they authorized fewer military flights by senior government officials than the Obama administration had at this point, 77 versus 94. Does some of this scrutiny feel partisan and possibly even biased to you?
Shocks. There's been partisanship going on here in Washington, D.C. I mean, obviously, some of it is partisanship, but I think when you look at the data and when you look at the information, Donald Trump ran on draining the swamp. He ran on getting rid of just these things. Other presidents didn't do that. And so I think ultimately it's on him to fix this. But going back again, Donald Trump has to fix his own problems in this. Donald Trump has now spent more on travel to his own country clubs and his own facilities than President Obama spent in his near 8 years as president. It has to start with the president.
Certainly does. Matthew Dowd, our quarterback this morning. Thank you for all your insight. And
Or you can refer to him as our patient zero.
Our patient
Yeah.
zero. Thanks, Matt. We appreciate it.
Thanks.
All right, and we do want to move now to the disturbing situation in Cuba. American tourists have been warned against traveling there. It comes as the State Department is slashing embassy staff in Havana following mysterious attacks targeting U.S. diplomats.
ABC Stephanie Ramos is right here in studio with the latest on the story. Stephanie, good morning to you.
Dan and Paula, good morning. The State Department is cutting the staff in Cuba by 60%. Cuba is not okay with it, but says they'll cooperate with the U.S.
The United States is telling more than half of its staff at its embassy in Cuba to come home. The U.S. warning Americans not to visit the island either.
If the citizens here don't like us visiting, then I think it's a good option.
The decision came Friday in response to mysterious attacks that officials say have affected 21 U.S. diplomats and their families. Investigators say sonic devices may have been used to release sound waves, causing harm.
We can confirm that at least 16 U.S. government employees, members of our embassy community, have experienced some kind of symptoms.
The State Department detailing some of those symptoms, including ear complaints, hearing loss, dizziness, headache, fatigue, cognitive issues, and difficulty sleeping. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson announced the decision in a statement saying, until the government of Cuba can ensure the safety of our diplomats in Cuba, our embassy will be reduced to emergency personnel in order to minimize the number of diplomats at risk of exposure to harm. Cuba opened its doors to the FBI so they could investigate and came up with nothing, only speculation that some kind of sonic weapon may have been used.
Some very bad things happened in Cuba, very bad things.
The State Department has made clear it does not blame Cuba for the attacks and will not order Cuban diplomats to leave Washington, at least for now. And guys, this is scary because the authorities still don't know who exactly is responsible for those attacks. It could be the Cuban government or another country.
Scary and mysterious. Thank you very much. Really
Thanks,
appreciate it. Let's get it back to Rob now with another look at the forecast. Hey, Rob.
Hey again, guys. I mentioned that tropical wave heading towards Puerto Rico. We have one towards Florida as well, but the one over Puerto Rico really getting some heavier rains across the U.S. Virgin Islands and the BVI, all hit hard by Irma and Maria, and we got this flash flood watch out through tomorrow night, and obviously 2-3 inches of rain is all that's needed in that saturated ground, and they're just struggling to survive. Upper low here. Here's the center of, what's trying to become a tropical cyclone. I don't think it's going to happen. Very low chance of that happening, but it's going to be heavier rain and wind here in the next few days, and we could see rainfall amounts of 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 inches in places like Jacksonville, which during Irma, as you know, got flooding badly there, so they don't want any more rain. Not much in the way of rain across parts of the Northeast, maybe the Northwest. Cooler fall-like air finally here in eastern half of the country for now. That's a check on the national headlines. Here now is your local forecast. Check it out.
Waking up on this Saturday morning with temperatures in the low 60s for the D.C. Metro. If you're heading out to the Kids Festival in Fairfax County today, a little bit breezy. Some of our peak wind gusts running about 25 miles per hour. And notice our daytime high today, upper 60s to low 70s. Plenty of bright sunshine this afternoon. If you're heading out to Nationals Park tonight, it'll be clear and quiet. Less wind, but also running on the cool side. Notice those temperatures tumbling back into the upper 50s by the end of the game.
Hasn't felt like fall, but tomorrow's October 1st, and Paula Ferris getting a head start in Breast Cancer Awareness Month with the fluorescent pink.
I am getting a jump. It's fluorescent pink, which still counts, right?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
So hot.
Thank you.
You know it's my favorite shirt.
It is? You want to borrow it sometime?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
All right. Ron, you won't be borrowing it.
I don't want to interrupt this conversation.
Hey, we
This
missed
is a
you last
fashion
weekend.
conversation.
We missed both of you last weekend, but especially you, Ron.
Now you're playing favorites. That's cool.
Anyway, well, good morning to all of you comrades in this lovely group. And good morning, everyone. We're going to begin in Colorado, where reports of an active shooter overnight led to a lockdown at the U.S. Air Force Academy. Law enforcement officers sweeping through the academy grounds, searching the dorms, finally declaring it a false alarm. On Friday, the academy superintendent issued a stern warning about racism on their campus there after 4 black cadet candidates found messages that said, "Go home," also calling them by racial epithets. In Tennessee, authorities have discovered what may be a key piece of evidence in that deadly church shooting last Sunday. Police say the suspect, 25-year-old Emmanuel Sampson, had a note in his car mentioning revenge for the Charleston, South Carolina church murders of 9 African-American people by white supremacist Dylan Roof. That was 2 years ago. 1 woman was killed and 6 others wounded in Sunday's attack. In Georgia, a manhunt is over on the suspect who allegedly fired at 2 police officers, killing one of them. He's under arrest this morning. Police say that Seth Spangler opened fire during a traffic stop, killing Detective